I don't like too many days off in a row, so I get lazy and stuff, so I'm glad to get back into the swing of things here. As some of you guys may remember, like our first few days when we had to introduce ourselves, I said, you know, I'm 48, I'm divorced, recently divorced. I'm in recovery from drug and alcohol addiction. My speech today is titled How to Be Grateful on Purpose. And I just kind of want to, you know, how are y'all feeling today? Like, what's the first thought that pops into your head? Like, I feel, like, you know, a lot of people would say, like, tired or hungry, maybe. You know, I don't know that anyone says, oh, I feel grateful or I feel happy, you know, it's like their first thought. And so let's just get, you know, given my kind of old lifestyle and what I'm trying to do with my life today, I tend to find that I have to make myself be grateful on purpose. You know, I don't wake up just happy, right? So there's little things I've started to do in my life. Make it a routine, like kind of brushing your teeth, you know, it's something you do on purpose every day, like, and you can fit it into your routine anywhere. You know, I like to do it in the mornings. I get up a little earlier, so then I have that extra 15 minutes or whatever to do these things. And like, I don't know, I feel like if I don't do this on purpose, it's just a matter of a day or two, and I'm negative, angry, you know, cutting people off in traffic, doing whatever, you know, I'm kind of mean when I'm crabby. And so I wrote in here, like, you know, I'll even kick the cat, but I never would. I love cats, I won't kick them. They're part of my recovery, actually, but, okay, so setting the scene, like I have a special area at home where that's where I pray, that's where I kind of meditate or, you know, do my journaling or whatever works for me. And so that's just what some of this stuff is. Like I have little daily reading books that I'll look at that they're just inspirational, you know, kind of gratitude prompts, if you will, where I can read that and it'll say something about hope or love or service work or generosity, you know, words that are uplifting. I have little things that are important to me, like this is cute, you know, I like my candle, it says faithfulness on it. I just try to surround myself with encouraging stuff, right? And it's kind of positioned throughout my house, although I do have like one area where I will, you know, I'll even lay on the floor and deep breathing and whatnot. And then I have some of these things that you guys can come up and take one or two of these if you want. They're just inspirational stuff. I have them like taped to the windshield of my car, so I look at them every day and tape them up anywhere, or just put them in your pocket. But I get these like off Facebook or whatever, and I just print them at Walmart for like 9 cents. So that's kind of neat, different ones I have, and what do they say here? Also, like, I don't know, I'm not super big on prayer, but in recovery we have the Serenity Prayer. If anyone's heard of that, I was going to print it, but I couldn't get the computer to work this morning. And then also just the, like the easiest prayers are thank you and help, you know. Just shout it up to the sky. I talk right out loud and, you know, to my higher power, and that just helps. So, and then I like to set my intention, you know, I'll get up and I have my area. And then I just kind of pick what I want to focus on, like do I want to be grateful that day, positivity. You know, I have a hard time focusing, and so I sometimes will pray for just to be focused and not scattered, because I can walk around my house for 20 minutes and not have done a thing, you know, just touching stuff and whatever, it's crazy. So yeah, and then like I said, these are just kind of like to prompt you to be grateful, some positive affirmations, stuff like that, where you, in my treatment I went to, we had sticky notes on the mirror, okay, and we'd write like, I am loved, or I am a good person, or whatever, and you'd have to read that every morning when you look in the mirror, and you're supposed to say it out loud, and then the more often you do it, it just becomes a habit, and you feel that way about yourself. And I think that when you're grateful and like yourself, that kind of goes hand in hand, and then you just are nicer as a person in general to anyone, you know. So yeah, I guess, and then I also do a little journaling, like I said, that, you know, some of this is in order, and some of it's just I'm winging it, or if I run out of time, I gotta cut some of it out and do it later. But excuse me, I got popcorn in my tea. I like to have, like I said, a certain area I'll sit down, and for me, if I sometimes just set a timer on my phone, 1 or 2 minutes, journal, just whatever's on my thought, you know, just put it on paper. And then, you know, the timer goes off. And I have to do that with meditating too, or I'll jump up after like 30 seconds and feel like it's been 3 minutes, you know, because I don't sit well. So just stuff like that. And I did bring a little, it's just a breathing thing I found. There's apps on your phone you can use for like meditating, you know, YouTube has stuff. There's Calm. There's a thing called I Am, which is positive affirmations, and you can have it read aloud to you as you're like driving along. And this one is called Headspace. And so I don't know, that's what the chair is for. If you guys want to just do this quick thing, I think it's about 2 minutes. So let's see what if I got it hooked up right here.
Hi, this is Dora. Today, we'll be trying a grounding technique to help settle your mind and body and rediscover a sense of balance whenever you need it most. So sometimes you might find yourself feeling overwhelmed with thoughts, and no matter how hard you try to acknowledge them and let them go, those anxious thoughts persist. Something that's helpful in these moments is to focus on the breath, really connecting to the sensation of the breath and following it through your body. By doing this, you're able to move out of your mind and into your body. And naturally, you're putting distance between those thoughts and giving your mind the space it needs and the room to be fully present in the moment. Start by sitting in a comfortable position. Feet firmly planted on the ground. Gently closing the eyes if you'd like. And slowly inhaling in through the nose. Feeling the body rise. And noticing where the breath begins and where it ends. Slowly exhaling, feeling the body soften. The stomach and chest gently falling as the air flows out through your mouth. Resting the focus on the sensation of the breath in the body. And repeating this process as long as you need to, with each breath settling into a sense of calm and clarity. You can always come back to this whenever you need to reconnect to a sense of groundedness or reconnect with your environment and surroundings. Thank you for watching. Have a healthy, happy day.
Okay, so that's just an example of, you know, one thing, and you can do that in your car at a red light, or you can, you know, do it anywhere. You don't have to close your eyes. Nobody even has to know what you're doing, you know, if you just do it in your head and take a couple of deep breaths. And so, like I said, that's just kind of something I've incorporated into my daily routine. Like, I try not to skip it or say I'm too busy to do it, because if I don't take care of that first, my rest of my day is going to be not as good as it could be, or I won't be as nice as I could be, or as helpful, you know. Something else that really helps me to be grateful is like volunteering. I go to the Soup Cafe and volunteer. It's really easy to sign up for that. The Humane Society is a little rougher because you gotta leave the cats there, you know. But they all need, you know, it's fun too. Just do some things, you know, try something different. That's what I found is, you know, this time around I'm just kind of doing stuff I never did before and taking care of myself more first, because I used to give all my energy to everyone else, like my kids or my friends or my ex or whatever. And it has to be me coming first this time. And I, you know, switch it up a little bit so you don't get bored. Other things that help are exercise, you know, walking, swimming, journaling, like I said, volunteering. You know, some days you just take a day on purpose and do absolutely nothing, you know, stay in your pajamas, take a nap, whatever. Don't, you know, some of that can get dangerous if you're depressed or whatever, but yeah, how many times did I say whatever? Or, you know.
Thank you.
Yeah, and these things here, I'll move them if someone else has